In this lecture, we'll be covering a new data structure called linked list. Now, there are a variety of linked lists that we can implement, but .NET Framework provides doubly linked list data structure. So linked list is like there are nodes and each node points to the next one in the list, and that's how they are linked, because one node contains information about the other node. The doubly linked list, on the other hand, allows us to traverse back and forth. So a normal linked list will allow you to travel from first node to the last, but a doubly linked list will allow you to travel from front to back and back to front. And then we have another variety of linked list called circular linked list. In that, the last node contains information about the first node, so in a way they are connected together. So the first one will connect to the next, and the last one will connect to the first one, and that's how the circular linked list is created. Now here we'll be exploring the doubly linked list, which is provided by .NET Framework. Now there are two parts to linked list. One is called the node and the other one is the list itself. So over here you can see we have this linked list node, and we are creating one node at a time. This is a generic implementation, so here we have to specify what kind of node we are creating. This one is a string node, and here we have provided the name John. So this is a node, and then we have created a linked list. You can see that it comes under system.collections.generic linked list. So under the system.collections.generic namespace, we have this data structure called linked list, and here also you have the generic version. So we are saying this list is of type string. Then what we are doing is we are making use of the add first method, and using add first we are adding the first node to this linked list called names. After that, we have created another node called node1, which is having the value Matt, and then we are adding that using the add after method. Now add after, if you see, contains two parameters. First one, which is the node after which you want to insert. So we are saying after node we want to insert node 1. So in a way we are establishing a connection from John to Matt. And then we have created another node called node 2. Here also we are using the add after method, and this time we are saying add it after node 1. So now Matt and Mike are connected. Then we have just created a node 3, which is not doing anything at all. It is a null value. And after that we have created a new node called a node, and in this a node, from the linked list we are assigning the first value to this node. So basically we are saying assign John to this node, and here we are checking while a node is not equal to null, keep on printing the value that a node contains. And after that we are assigning the next item that the a node is pointing to. So if you look closely over here, what we are trying to do is we are assigning John to a node, and then we are assigning the next item that this is pointing to. So we connected John with Matt, so the next item will be Matt, and when we say Matt, the next item the Matt is pointing to is Mike, and that way the whole list will be printed out. We can also find out values using the find method that the linked list provide. And here you can see we are trying to find a word David, so this is not going to work. But if I go ahead and change this to, let's say, Matt, and then say anames.find Matt, obviously it is going to find Matt, and then the value will be assigned to this a node. And here when we say a node equals name.first, again we are pointing John to this a node, and again the same loop is being printed. So that's how you can traverse, add items to a node, and find node values in a linked list. Let's go ahead and quickly run this to see it in action. And here you can see John, Matt, Mike, and then again John, Matt, Mike is being printed. So that was linked list in .NET Framework.